Welcome to our presentation, Secrets of the Tutorverse from the BYU Research and Writing Center. My name's Ilsa, I'm a writing consultant.
And my name's Kate, I'm also a writing consultant.
And we're so happy to be virtually here with you today.
So, word on the street is you guys have some big, scary fears about writing tutoring.
Which is fair enough, I think we all do. And I have a question for Kate. Kate, when you were being interviewed to be a tutor at the BYU Research and Writing Center, did they ask you if you were an expert on history?
Nope.
Psychology?
Nope.
History of psychology?
No.
Biology?
Mm-mm.
Chemistry?
Nope.
Biochemistry?
Absolutely not.
Government?
Nope.
Art?
Nope.
Music?
Nope.
Engineering?
Nope.
Ancient breakdancing?
No.
Egyptian cow milking?
Nope.
Advanced tickling?
No.
Kate, did you know that there's over 200 different majors at BYU and that anyone from any of them could come in to get essay help from you at any given time?
That's crazy.
Are you going to be an expert on every topic they might bring in?
No. But luckily, what these students are looking for is someone that has basic writing skills, which you all have, and is able to sit and listen to talk with students about their assignments in a way that helps them get a better understanding of how their writing is coming across to another person. And once you notice something that could change, you might help them make that change.
In other words, if I'm picking up what you're putting down, you're not supposed to be an expert. You're supposed to be a helpful peer.
Yes.
So that's someone that's on the same playing field as whoever's coming in for help. You're both students. You probably have similar classes and similar experiences. Your job is to help them understand what their writing is doing and help them make it do what they want it to do, not to know exactly what's going on in their field or their subject.
So true, Ilsa.
Thank you, Kate.
And you're already doing this. Has anyone ever helped a friend draft an important text message or write an Instagram caption? And they gave it to you and said, hey, how does this come across?
I feel like that happens all the time.
Right. And that's basically what you're doing at the Writing Center.
So we're going to break it down with an example. Kate needs some help.
Yes.
Kate plays air hockey with a boy named Brandon. They went on a couple dates and now she's ready to friend zone him. But she wants to actually make sure that they stay friends because they really enjoy playing air hockey together. And there's just not a lot of air hockey players at Kate's level.
True.
However, Brandon is kind of an anxious little guy, so we're going to go through purpose and audience, which are two really key core tenets of what you should be looking for in people's writing.
So, first of all, consider purpose. What is your reason for writing and what is your goal? Is it to inform, persuade, express, or create? So, I guess what is my goal in writing this text message?
Your goal is to express definitively that you don't want to date Brandon, but you also want to express that you do genuinely want to keep being friends and playing air hockey in a way that won't hurt his feelings too badly.
So true. And I also have to consider my audience. So who am I writing to? What are they expecting? And what do I want them to think, feel, or do? So I definitely don't want Brandon to feel bad, and I still want to be friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you want to keep in mind that he's kind of anxious, kind of fragile, and we're a little bit worried about that element. So we have to keep in mind who Brandon is as an individual as well as what we want from him, because that helps us know how to get what we want from him.
True.
It's sounding a little Machiavellian, but trust us on this. Kate, would you like to read your first draft of your friend zone text to Brandon?
Yes, I'll read it out loud. Hey, Brandon, I've noticed you like me more than I like you. The dates were really fun, but I don't really want to date you long term. I'm looking for someone different. Thanks anyway.
Okay, well that is a first draft for sure. I want you guys to pause this video for a minute and share how well you think Kate is accomplishing her stated purpose and how you think this text would come across to her audience. Okay, I'm going to assume you paused there. If you didn't, that's a little rude, but whatever. Let's help her. We're going to have you guys pause again now that you've thought a little bit about her purpose and audience. Turn to a friend, or if you're all together as a class, you can discuss together, or if you're by yourself, you can just practice on your own. Talk together about what feedback you would give Kate and how you would express that feedback. Like, how would you, if she came into the writing center with this text, or if she was your friend and she came up to you, what would you say to help her understand her purpose and audience a little bit better and handle the situation a little bit more effectively? Okay, I'm going to once again assume that you paused. I really hope you did. So let's model some feedback together before they give theirs. Or I guess you guys probably already gave yours or whatever. Pause wherever here so that you could do the practice part. But I might say, Kate, you know, I'm reading this and I wonder if I were Brandon, if I might feel a little bit embarrassed to hear I've noticed you like me more than I like you. I wonder if that's maybe like implied, and if he like, I just wonder, like, if I knew that you knew I liked you, I might feel a little bit more embarrassed than if you maybe, like, let that stay a little quiet, you know?
You're right, Ilsa. Feelings are kind of sensitive, so I probably shouldn't say that to him. You know, I still want to be his friend, so.
Yeah, you just don't have that many people to play air hockey with.
You're right, yeah.
These are valuable connections.
You're right.
So now we're going to show you a second draft. Kate, can you read this for us?
Yes. Hey, Brandon. Thanks so much for taking me on a couple of really fun dates. I've been thinking about it, and though I don't think I'm interested in continuing to go out, I'd love to still be friends if you're okay with that. Just let me know.
Okay. So, is this a perfect text? No. I'm sure there's a million ways that could be better. And in general, anything you write could go in a million different directions, and it's just choosing which one you want to go in. But let's talk about how this applies to Kate's purpose and audience. Can you guys pause once again and talk about if it better fits her purpose, how and why, and if it comes across more effectively to her audience, how and why?
Well, sorry, Brandon, to hurt your feelings, but, you know, at least that text came out a little bit better than the first draft, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Brandon, your rhetorical situation was handled more effectively than it might have been, and I think you should be grateful.
Well, this is some time for Q&A since we're not here with you guys in person. Sorry, we can't really answer any questions, but this might be another time for you to pause and ask each other some questions or have some discussion about this video that you just watched.
And just before we go, we want to point out that you might run into things you genuinely don't know, and that's okay. All the time in sessions, people ask me questions I don't have the answer to, or are looking for me to have some context I don't have. So I look around for places I can get the information I need. So if you guys want to go to rwc.byu.edu and click writing help or resources, I think it's one of those on the website. It should be pretty obvious. You can look through the different resources we have on thesis statements and op-eds and citations and voice and all kinds of other things that can help you navigate your sessions and your own writing a little bit more effectively.
So many good resources on there, so go check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is the end of our presentation. So thank you so much for watching.